Behold the mystic zodiac wheel. Hey Tubies, this is Psychic Bob. Well, here it is, Saturday. I tell you, I've been really recuperating and resting since being at my mom's. And I got to say thank you again to all of you who've been saying prayers for my healing. This is the worst injuries I've had in my entire time as a targeted individual. So I thank you for your prayers. I've been here today meditating on the zodiac. I've been studying astrology. And this is my zodiac pin. I don't know if you guys seen it, but you can rotate through all the 12 zodiac signs. And today I'm wearing it here in the sign of Aries. Aries is the ram. And, you know, I was looking at our zodiac alignments today. Today, thank God, is a better day. As many of you know, if you saw my videos earlier in the week, this was a challenging week astrologically. As I said earlier, I think it was on Monday, I said Tuesday through Thursday, drama central, not the best week. And I said by the weekend it'll pick up. And here we are at Saturday, and our sun right now is in the sign of Aries, which we got here on our zodiac wheel. And our moon today, this morning early at 5:05 a.m., it went into the sign of Pisces. And this is interesting because our sun is in the fire sign and our moon is in a water sign. And you know that old saying, opposites attract? Well, it's kind of a neat energy. It's a high-powered day, particularly for psychic energy. Our moon today is sextile Saturn. That's a favorable aspect. Saturn is the planet of wisdom. And so with our moon in Pisces, there's going to be a lot of introspective energy today. And Saturn helps us to think deeply and understand connections. That Aries sun gives us the power to be inspired, you know. We also today have our sun, which is conjunct Venus, and Venus is the planet of love. So there's some romantic energy today. And I would encourage any of you in any of your relationships, whether friendship, business associates, or love interests, listen to your inner voice. Let that guide you in your relationships today. And you're going to have an awesome day. Great day for tuning in, not only to yourself, but to the energy of those around you. So it's a good day for listening to the cosmos, as I say. So here I am wearing my big zodiac wheel. Isn't that cool? It just spins around all signs. I love it. Anyways, you know, I wanted to come here and talk to you guys about oops, I got this on backwards. Talk to you about a subject that sometimes comes up, at least in my life, and maybe some of yours as well. And, you know, nowadays I'm very open about being a Wiccan. When people say to me, oh, what religion are you, or what church do you go to? I always say, well, I'm a Wiccan, you know. And a lot of people say, oh, that's interesting. What is that? And you tell them, like, oh, I've heard about that. Yeah, that's kind of neat. But occasionally you'll get somebody who will say, oh, that's not a real religion. I thought you would be Catholic or Jewish, or, you know, like they think that that's the real religion. Wicca is not a real religion. But really our religion, the Wiccan religion, is very ancient and predates all of these supposed valid religions. I've been reading this book here by Raven Gramassi called Spirit of the Witch. I really recommend this to you because it gives kind of an overview of the craft, of its history, of its practices, ancient and modern. And there's a little bit here I wanted to read to you. There's a chapter called Witchcraft as a Religion, okay? And let's just gather around. I'm going to share this with you, okay? Raven Gramassi writes in this book, he says, just as the nature, image, and character of the witch has been intentionally distorted over the centuries, so too has the religion of witchcraft. Some people believe that the rites of witchcraft involve animal or even human sacrifice. Others believe that the rituals of witchcraft are designed to worship the judeo-christian figure known as Satan, or the devil. However, as demonstrated in chapter 2, this is chapter 3, but in the previous chapter he talks about other stuff. As demonstrated in chapter 2, witchcraft originated in a pre-Christian Europe, long before the concept of such a character was encountered in this region. Therefore, its foundation is not based upon judeo-christian theology, which is essentially a foreign import, originally rooted in Hebrew culture. As mentioned in Chapter 2, the earliest writings associated with witches associate witches with various goddesses and depict witches as living amidst the herb-clad hills outside of towns and cities. Ancient writings refer to them as the pharmaceutes, the herbalists, and as priestesses of such goddesses as Hecate. Witchcraft has evolved over the centuries, just as many religions have. In modern times, the religion of witchcraft is one of the veneration of the earth and its life force, which we call nature. Essentially, nature is viewed as the spirit or soul of the earth. Witches believe that the earth is a conscious being, referred to as the Great Mother by some and Gaia by others. From her all things are born, and to her all things return at the end of time. You see, so our religion, if anybody ever tells you it's not real, or, oh, you're a witch, that's not real, you might want to remind them of the ancient cultures, the Greek, Roman, the Celtic cultures. Our religion stems from these ancient practices. Even though Wicca, as a modern term, didn't originate to the 1930s, Wicca itself, its principles are far more ancient, and it is a valid religion. Now, he also has another chapter in here, which I want to read a little bit about, called Chapter 4, Becoming a Witch. And I love this because he gets asking the deep questions that I think are so important. So he says here, in Chapter 3, we explore the religion of witchcraft and its basic tenets. In this chapter, we will continue our exploration and look at how a person becomes a witch. More importantly, however, we will discover what it means to be a witch. In this journey, many interesting things will be presented for your consideration. Let us begin with a few questions. And these are questions I want you guys to, maybe you might want to take some notes and jot these down and think about this, okay? Here they are. If you need to get a pen, just pause the video. Okay. It says, have you always felt different from the majority of people around you? Does seeing the moon in the night sky call to something deep in your spirit? Are you naturally drawn to things of a mystical nature? When considering conventional religion, have you always felt that there is more to it? Or that many things just simply do not make sense? Is your intuition often more reliable than your thought-out conclusions? Do you often regret not going with your gut feelings in a matter? If so, you may have something of the witch inside of you. Isn't that interesting? This book, I think, is wonderful because it gets us really understanding the spirit of a witch, what it means to be a witch, how we live as witches. You know, most witches find a mystic art and they explore it, whether it's tarot, crystal gazing, water gazing, astrology. All of these are the traditional arts and crafts of the witch. And, you know, I would encourage you, if you're, starting into the path of Wicca, Wicca isn't just about reading books, it's about actually doing stuff. So you want to explore going out into the day, looking at the sun, going out, watching the moon rise. Build that connection to the earth. I study astrology, one of my passions. And, before that, I studied spiritualism and mediumship. So I have my hand in a lot of different spiritual disciplines. But they're each aspects. They open up parts of my talents, parts of my joy. And see, this is the wonderful thing about Wicca is it encourages you to explore your gifts, explore your abilities. Wicca is not just, as I said, an armchair religion. We don't just sit and philosophize about the goddess. We go out, we cast circles, we do rituals. We invite the goddess to commune with us. And so I encourage all of you today, I want you, particularly for those of you who are new to the path, think about how you are participating in the craft. Maybe so far you've just been doing reading, but now I challenge you to step out and explore more directly the teachings. You might want to start collecting ritual tools for your altar. You might want to practice physically, actually walking and casting circles. You might want to explore making your first zodiac chart. Or maybe you want to get your first tarot deck and lay out a spread. So many ways you can start to truly practice the craft. And I think practice, well, there's the old saying, practice makes perfect. So if you want to be a wonderful witch and really do some good, don't just sit and think about it. Go out and do it. And, I encourage you, as I said, check out this book by Raven Grimassi, Spirit of the Witch. Wonderful, wonderful book. There's a lot in this book. It's taken me a while to work this. I haven't even finished all of it. I'm almost done with it. But I can tell you that this is a book I'm going to go back and read a few times because he layers so much information in here that you really have to sit back and really study it and work with it. But I recommend it. Also, another book, I talked about the other day, Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary. This has actual rituals in it. It has runic symbols. If you want to start exploring rune magic, you can do that right with this book. And I think it's so important. We've got to really practice the craft to discover its power, to release its power. And so I invite you today, start your journey. Start to ask these deep questions and start to delve into the mystical arts. I think you'll find a treasure trove of blessing and power. Anyways, guys, you're going to forgive me. I have to keep it short today. I'm at my mom's, and we're going to go out and do stuff today. So, as you know, I'm away traveling, so my schedule is a little different than normal. But I wanted to just take a few minutes and come here and be with you today. Just let you know how much I appreciate all of you. And thank you for all your support. I hope, if you didn't see yesterday's video, check that out. It's in the queue right before this one. We had a wonderful time talking about some mystical Wiccan stuff as well, and about mystical jewelry. And today, of course, I'm wearing my zodiac. Well, I've been studying astrology. Every day I do astrology. And so it's something I just have a lot of fun with. And it's helped me to develop as a Wiccan. So that's one of my passions. And I hope you'll find your passion in the craft, whatever it is. Anyways, tell me in the box below, are you exploring an art or a craft within Wicca? What are you into? Do you like tarot? Maybe you've done crystal ball gazing. Maybe you do scrying in water or candle wax divination, all sort of things. Tell me what your passion is, what you're curious about. Maybe there's something you haven't done and you want to try that as well. Tell me about it. Let's have a discussion. I love you guys. I send you my blessings. Thank you for being patient with me. As I've told many of you, we're having some technical problems here with my mom's editing software. And, I was going to go out and film an outdoor vlog, but my camera won't work with her computer, which is a whole nother drama. So we're a little low tech this week. But at least I'm with you and I send you my love. So tell me in the box below about your passion, your experience, your hobby, your mystical study in the craft. I'd love to hear about it. All right, be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. And we're going to talk about the sun tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Until then, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. Be part of our channel. We'll see you back here then. Until then, may you always blessed be.